Hi everyone, I'm going to do another video today. Today the video is about Stanley Kubrick. He's one of my favourite directors of all time. I love his great movies. Some of one of my favourite movies by Stanley Kubrick is The Shining. It is such a great movie. Even though it is off, Stephen King's novel, and it is such a great movie, and it's just absolutely incredible shots in it as well. And Jack Nicholson is really great in that movie. I mean, he picks the best actors in some of his great movies. I mean, Barry Lyndon, that's another masterpiece. It's an incredible movie. It's an epic, long drama movie. It's a period drama movie. That's just a masterpiece, and I just love it. Eyes Wide Shut is another great masterpiece by Stanley Kubrick. It was his last film. Leon Vitali had to try and finish like basically the score and the cut of the film, I think, as well. And he did it in loving tribute to Stanley Kubrick. It was just so good. It was a pity that Eyes Wide Shut was his last film, but it is truly a masterpiece. It takes a few times to understand what's going on, but it is a great movie. One of my other favourite movies by Stanley Kubrick is A Clockwork Orange. It also stars Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell plays a really great job in this early movie. And, it's such a great movie, but it's also about the suffering of humanity and suffering of youth, of kids today, and, controlled by governments and stuff like that. It's such an absolutely incredible movie. It is ultra violence in it, but it is such a great movie. I mean, Anthony Burgess, the book from Anthony Burgess is totally different to the movie, but the movie really gives more credit to the book, actually. Spartacus. Spartacus I've talked about before. This movie was absolutely incredible. It was produced by Kirk Douglas, so that's why the movie is sort of not in Stanley Kubrick's control, but it would have been better if it was, if he had more control of that movie. Even though it won a few Academy Awards, it is an absolute incredible masterpiece and a great epic as well. I hope to get the 4K of that as well. Doctor Strangelove. Doctor Strangelove is another great movie. It's a dark, humoured movie about a nuclear war during the Cold War and stuff like that, and nuclear powers and the United States and all that sort of stuff. I mean, Stanley read books like 70 or 80 books on nuclear stuff and nuclear war and stuff like that. It was incredible that he put forward so much into this movie. Peter Sellers' comedy is always great as well. It just made Stanley laugh every time he was on there. So yeah, Stanley really loved and adored Peter Sellers as well. Paths of Glory, another great Kirk Douglas movie. This movie is absolutely incredible. It's a little bit shorter than the other movies, but wow, it is such an incredible movie. And you just can't look past a great movie by Stanley Kubrick. You just can't look past it. You always sit there and adore it. I mean, Full Metal Jacket, that's another great war movie. It's a great Vietnam War movie, but it's told really differently, and it's so different to Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now used to be the, Vietnam War movie, but I think Full Metal Jacket with its 4K release coming out soon, this is a better, Vietnam War movie. There are so many others, great classic movies. Lolita, yeah, it's a good movie, and I think it's really good. But, Fear and Desire isn't really that good, and Stanley tried to get that erased as well. There were so many problems, apparently, during production and stuff like that, and Stanley didn't really like working on that movie that much either. He struggled a lot with it. The Killer's Kiss, a film noir movie. Yeah, it was a really good movie, I think. I thought the actors did a really great job in this movie. It stepped up a lot, though. His first wife was in that movie, too. And she was in a couple of other movies as well, early on. Such a great movies by Stanley Kubrick, and I hope more get released in 4K. I know Doctor Strangelove is released in 4K in the US with the Columbia TriStar collection, but I hope it gets released here soon in Australia for fans of Stanley Kubrick. There was a box set recently released in the UK, included two new 4K movies, which was The Shining and 2001: A Space Odyssey. Absolutely incredible movie, 2001: A Space Odyssey. I just love that movie. The cinematography in it is absolutely incredible, and it's one of the best sci-fi masterpieces ever made, I think. Such a great movie. Just love Stanley Kubrick's movies, and yeah, he was one of the best of cinema. Just an absolute incredible legend of cinema as well. He understood it. He understood the medium of it and what it can do to audiences and people who love it as well. He had so many admirers too. Even Christopher Nolan loved it, and he was great friends with Steven Spielberg as well.